Get ready, because things are going to get hot. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. I already made one video today about all this craziness. Watch that to be fully caught up. We are back at federal court in New York City, where he is facing charges of trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution. His ex-girlfriend, Jane, whom he dated up until last fall, is on the witness stand. The defense is grilling Jane, not her real name, about some of the expensive gifts that Diddy would buy her. What is a Bottega bag? His attorney asked Jane. I'm sure you have one, she quipped back to the female lawyer. Garagos then asked Jane how much a Bottega bag costs. How much does my body cost? Jane shot back. Jane then asked for a break shortly after the heated exchange. Jane explained the reason why she got such an expensive rental is she wanted to be more private with their freakoffs. She told the jury, if we got a home that was to his taste level, then we could just start at least doing hotel nights here in the privacy of our own home. Jane is a pretty good witness for Diddy, too, though. She testified that his employees didn't know anything about the entertainers. Cassie claims they did. Jane said that Fridays were a good day for Diddy to blow off steam. He called his end-of-the-week partying a F It Friday celebration. Quote, it's when he'd let loose and want to party really hard. Jane told the jury that ecstasy greatly helped her and Diddy focus on sexual energy. And, quote, he was just happy, charismatic, good energy, a sexual high after using. But, quote, before ecstasy, he was agitated and stressed from the day. After, he would be happy and in a good mood. A lot of steamy text messages between Jane and Diddy were presented into evidence and read out loud to the jury. The defense used a similar tactic when Cassie took the witness stand. Highlights included, I want to sit on your face, or explaining the connotations of a water drops emoji. Young Miami from the City Girls came up today with Jane testifying that she was very jealous of that relationship because publicly it appeared that Diddy and the other rapper, Young Miami, were monogamous. And that wasn't the case. Jane testified that Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Courtroom, a co-conspirator, according to the prosecution, Christina did not like Jane, she told the jury. Jane said this put a strain on their relationship because Courtroom was always around Combs. Text messages showed Jane planning for freakoffs, such as, I can shower and go to the store if you want, some fresh outfits. Diddy texted back, I need something exciting, I'm jaded. There was some fantasy talk about Paul, the personal trainer / entertainer. In a text that Jane sent Diddy towards the end of their relationship, she wrote to him, quote, I'm not Cassie, and I'll make your life hell. I had hit my wall and I was depressed over these nights, she said on the witness stand today. The defense also submitted some loving audio messages between the two of them. After a trip to Turks and Caicos, Diddy sent her a voice note saying how much he loved Jane. They did have some freak-offs in Turks and Caicos. But after that trip, the jury heard an upbeat recorded response that Jane sent Diddy telling him that she had so much fun on the trip and loved him and felt closer to him. She said on the recording, everything just feels good and I'm so happy. This is clearly an attempt to undermine how Jane has depicted all of the freakoffs. Jane clarified today, though, that she did have fun with Diddy and was expressing that she loved the time with him, excluding the time they spent with entertainers. His defense attorney tried to make him seem so noble. Jane testified that she was able to move from a 1,400 square foot apartment to a 5,300 square foot home in Los Angeles after Diddy began paying her $10,000 a month rent. His defense lawyer said, "You are able to give your child a large backyard and a big home," implying that she was a happy and willing participant in a transactional relationship. In addition to his mother, Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, were also in the courtroom today, hearing all of Daddy's nastiest text messages being read out. I would die of humiliation. I would not want my children there. I would not want them there. Jane made a point, though, of stressing that her career as an influencer suffered because of her relationship with Diddy, and she told the jury that she may have been a bit more successful if she hadn't dove into her relationship with him. Garagos, his attorney, then showed Jane more explicit text messages that she sent Diddy that appeared to show her taking the initiative in planning these hotel nights that the messages said could get slutty. Jane told the court he typically doesn't want the boring romantic stuff. He wants the debaucherous stuff. After a freak-off, she texted Diddy, "I wish you were here. We can play our videos on TV and lock each other in the room all day," adding, "I never climaxed," but she used a different word, "so hard like that in my life." Another text she sent him described an encounter in part as sexy and erotic. "I knew that's what he liked," Jane said in court today. "I wanted to do something he liked." Jane said that she became so concerned about Diddy's drug use that she tried to get him to go to rehab. She tried to get him to go to rehab, and he said, "No, no, no." God. His response was, "What the hell? You think I need rehab?" Jane says there were rare occasions where the hotel nights ended early. His lawyer was trying to make it seem like Diddy readily agreed to dismiss the men that she wasn't comfortable with, but Jane pushed back that she had to endure sexual interactions with the men first, before he said, "Okay, enough of that," if she wasn't into the entertainer. Jane says she agreed to all of the hotel nights with other men because she thought it was the only way to see Diddy. "That was the only option I was given, and I wanted to see my lover." More lies from Diddy, such as one text that he sent her pressuring her to do a freak-off, quote, "We don't have to go crazy for the rest of the year." They still got crazy after that. And we still have more from Jane and the defense's cross-examination, plus redirect from the prosecution tomorrow. I will bring you all of that, and perhaps we might get to another witness. All the latest from the trial I will bring you because I am Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. So until I see you tomorrow, let's discuss everything we have learned in this video right now in the comment section.